welcome back. Today's video is something I haven't done in this format for a while. It is a let's have a look at what's sold video, but previously I've done them in various formats. I've shown stuff as I was about to pick and pack it, or I've done screenshots. Today I'm going to record the screen and talk about what we're seeing on the screen at the same time. And I've included in this video 12 flaming hot June sales and 5 damp squibs. Is it 5? 5 damp squibs, yeah. So 12 that went really well, 5 that were not great. For a little bit of balance, gotta have a bit of balance. Okay, so the first thing we're seeing on the screen is this M&S Peruna Stone 100% linen ladies coat. It's a size 18. I listed it as new without tags. This came in a box of stuff from one of you guys, and when I opened it I was like, wow, this is some really lovely stuff. So thank you, you know who you are. I've never asked any of you guys to send me stuff, but sometimes you do go, here's some stuff that I think you'll be able to resell, and I'm always very, very grateful for it. So thank you for that. It has sold for $39.99. It was a lovely coat, really, really nice quality. Sold for $39.99 with £3.85 postage. And to be honest, it could have done with a steam. It arrived and was listed in the period of time between me breaking one of my steamers and ordering a new one. So it didn't get steamed, and as you can see it's a bit crumpled. Still, it's going to arrive a bit crumpled, isn't it, by the time Royal Mail or Hermes or whatever have booted it about a bit. So $39.99 for that was a lovely June sale. Next up, this is a fun one. Well, it's not particularly fun, but it's an interesting one. It's a genuine Burberry dog collar. Blue check pattern, you know, classic Burberry print, 24 inches, blah, blah, blah. It came to us. Anthony brought home a load of stuff one day. Anthony does general handyman and maintenance work and gardening and so on and so forth. And one of the things that one of his customers asked him to do one day was clear out the garage. And as they were clearing out the garage, they were piling stuff up, and they said to Anthony, can you get rid of that stuff? So Anthony brought this pile of stuff. A lot of it was dog stuff, and obviously we have 3 dogs. So there were several collars and leads in there that were useful, and one of the dogs got a new bed out of it, and there was a nice big coat for Kai, and then there was this collar. And it didn't fit any of our dogs at the time. It was too small for Kai, it was far too big for Molly, and massive on Buddy, and so I just put it in a drawer and didn't really think about it. And then the other day I was clearing out the hallway drawers to replace them and came across it, and I thought, this is a genuine Burberry collar. This is not, it's not a fake. When I looked at it closely I could see that it's a genuine Burberry collar. I don't know how much this would have retailed at, because Burberry no longer make dog collars, so it's been around for a while. But you could see when you took it out of the dust bag that it was absolutely brand new. I'm going to flick through the pictures, put the picture on the screen. I did say in the listing that the dust bag shows signs of storage, but that the collar itself was in absolutely brand new condition. And I listed it and I put it on at $49.99 or near offer. And within a day of it going on, an offer came in at £30, and I thought, that's a bit low. I'm going to counter at 40. Bang, sold. It's off to America. I don't know if Americans particularly are big fans of Burberry or whatever, but it's off to America. I had one of those interesting conversations with the buyer last night where I've packed it to dispatch, and because it goes to GSP, that's what, when they get the alert that your item has been dispatched, it shows them where it's going. And you quite often get a message from somebody abroad going, oh, this is going to the wrong address, this is showing it's going to a UK address, this is my address. I had to do this kind of explanation that it's going on the global shipping program. The tracking you are seeing is just the first leg of the journey. When it goes to the UK depot, it will come to your home address. So he was fine about it, and okay, but sometimes they really don't understand, and you have to kind of end up using Google Translate to try and make sense of it all. Next up, these Clark's Unstructured Mary Janes. I'm not sure where they came from. I suspect I got them in a charity shop. I usually pick up these if I see them, and I will not have paid more than $6.99 would usually be my top end to buy these. They're always worth picking up. The Unstructured range in particular, always worth picking up. These were a size 7D, and you could see they were brand new and completely unworn. Click through the pictures, you get to the soles. There's absolutely no wear whatsoever. And they have gone for $29.99 plus postage. Okay, if the camera shot looks different, it's because there's been a break in recording. And next up, this is my winner for June, without a doubt. You may have seen this in my charity shop pickup. It is a Portmeirion mug. I paid £1 for it in the charity shop. Before anybody rips me a new one, I have been back and made an extra donation when I discovered what I'd sold it for. So I quite often pick up Portmeirion. I like Portmeirion stuff. It's very collectible. I did not realise when I picked this up that it is a very rare range. I don't know whether they didn't make much of it or whether it just got broken a lot, who knows. It is called Penny Plain. They're pantomime characters from Penny Plain. Copper engraving circa 1840. And it was slightly crazed. You can see the crazing. I did mention that in the listing. I do very, very simple listings, by the way. I don't put a lot of information in. I list quickly and I list very simple. I'm not saying it's the right way, it's just what I do. So I wrote extremely rare Portmeirion Penny Plain Pantomime large mug, 4.25 inches tall, 3 inches diameter, some light crazing. And showed the crazing in the pictures as well as I could. I knew that Lex would say, put it on an auction listing. Let it find its own price. I hate auctions. I only use auctions to clear stock that I really don't care what it goes for. But I thought, okay, I'll do what Lex would suggest. So I put it on an auction listing with a start price of $49.99. But I added, because I had to be me, a buy it now price of $79.99. It sold within 3 or 4 hours of going up for the $79.99. Who knows? Maybe it would have got more. Maybe it would have got more at auction. I don't know, but I do know that I was bloody chuffed with $79.99 for a £1 outlay. So this is definitely a bolo range to look out for. This is the Penny Plain Pantomime from Portmeirion. And there's only one other piece listed on eBay at the moment, and that's a rolling pin that's listed for 200 quid. So definitely a bolo. Next up is this Nico handbag. This came in my multi-buy sacks. I buy bulk buy sacks from a local charity shop, and basically it's completely blind buying. I don't know what I'm getting. And this was in there. I listed this and sold. I listed it at £26.99 and sold it on a best offer of £23. So there you go. You see their best offer accepted in the middle of the screen there. It's a really nice Nico bag. Nico is a good brand. Yeah, really nice bag. Large, plenty of sections for someone to use it for work or whatever. Burnt orange, very summery colour. So pleased with that, £23. Next up, these diesel jeans. These went overseas, I believe. I think these went off on the global shipping programme. These were another great buy because they cost me 50p. Oh, look at that. That photo's not even in focus. They cost me 50p from the car boot sale. Usually what happens if I take a photo that isn't in focus, I delete it before I get it onto the listing, but I must have missed that one. 50p from the summer Saturday car boot sale. They were the first thing I bought on that particular day when I went out. I remember grabbing them and going, oh, diesel, 50p. They sold for £30 again on a best offer. I think I listed them at $34.99. Really pleased with those. Another little nice find. This was a freebie. I found this outside somebody's house. They'd put a load of stuff out for people to collect. Again, somebody suggested that taking things that people have put out for free is very immoral if you want to resell it, because they've put it out to bring joy to somebody else. I don't believe they have. I think they've put it out because they want shut. They want rid of it. Everybody's had problems getting rid of stuff recently because the charity shop's been so overwhelmed. They've not been taking donations. If I put stuff outside my house, I don't give a flying flapper fish what the person who picks it up is going to do with it when they get it home. I just want that stuff gone. So this was absolutely filthy when I picked it up. It is a Catmate, in case I haven't said this, it's a Catmate automatic pet feeder. And basically there are 4 or 5 sections in each one and a timer, and it will flip round and open that section for your cat to feed while you're on holiday. It was filthy. It had obviously been in somebody's garage for a very long time, and I had to get the pink stuff out and give it a good cleaning, but it came up nicely and it was in beautiful working order, and it sold. I listed it at £24.99 and it sold for £20 on a best offer. This is another sack item. This is another terrible photo, look, with the background where I didn't crop it out. I usually remember to crop the backgrounds. It's a Joe Brown's wrap dress. It's far too big for my mannequin, which means it looks awful in the pictures. I'm a terrible reseller. If you're watching me for how to, then don't, because I'm a terrible, terrible reseller. But sack items cost me a maximum of 50p each, and this sold for £22.99 plus postage, so I can't be that bad of a reseller. The brand is Joe Brown's. Better selling in the larger sizes. Doesn't sell quite as well, I find, in the smaller sizes. Khaki animal print faux wrap dress, and yeah, £22.99 plus postage, despite the shocking photo. Next up is another thing that I was given to resell by one of you guys. It is a Panasonic SC-ALL05 wireless speaker system, and I listed it for $99.99. I didn't sell it for that. I sold it for $59.99 on a best offer. I don't know why this is not saying best offer accepted, because it usually does say that. But I sold it for $59.99. I had had a couple of offers in that were much lower than that, and so I wondered if I just overpriced it, you know, when people were coming in with a really low offer. But there we go, $59.99. Thank you to the lovely person who gave me that to resell. You know who you are if you're watching this. These came in a filler bag bundle, not from my usual filler bag buy, but from the other filler bag buy, who sometimes is at our car boot. I paid him £20 for a huge pile of stuff, and I've made more than my money back. Excuse my phone. Made more than my money back already. These are Ingenico card machines, you know, swipe when you pay in a shop. However, they're not particularly the latest technology. You know, technology has moved on a little bit since these. But they were both in working order. They both powered up. There was only one working cable, so I had to mention that. There we go. So 2 Ingenico IWL 250 chip and pin card reader POS terminals. Each has its corresponding charging base, but only one power cable is present. Both charge up and work, but will require resetting to factory settings, both in excellent condition. I did have a query from the buyer which I was able to answer to the best of my ability. Bear in mind, I have no technical knowledge of this stuff, but he said, when you turn it on, does it say this on the screen or does it say this on the screen? And I don't know what the difference would have been, but obviously he was happy with my answer because he went ahead and bought them. £30 plus postage, and they've gone, and I've had feedback on them, so very happy with that. Another nice sale, this Claudio Lugli shirt. This is one that I picked up a few weeks ago in Clevedon with Josh. I haven't yet sold. I got this one and the guitar print one. The guitar print one is still listed, but this one sold quite quickly. It has a really unusual collar shape. Claudio Lugli is a popular brand with celebrities, so quite pleased when I see this brand out, and I sold this for $44.99 plus post. It cost me, I think it was $6.99. I think I paid $6.99 for this one. It is a 3XL, so it's a really nice big size. So yeah, black and white polka dot pure cotton shirt with square feature buttons and a clipped collar, high quality designer shirt, 3XL, immaculate condition. Very pleased with that one. Another one that I was very pleased with, and the photos are probably rubbish again, the Couples. This is another brand that's worth looking out for. I think there's a picture of the tag here somewhere. There we go. Again, really poorly focused picture of the tag. I paid $3.99 for this one in the local Bernardo's charity shop, and this sold for £25 on a best offer. So that's another brand that's worth looking out for. They do much more interesting prints than this one. This is one of their less exciting prints. But yeah, worth looking out for that one. £25 plus postage. And now we're on to the damp squibs. So we've done the bangers, now we're on to the squibs. Every month I run a certain number of auction listings, even though I just said earlier on that I hate auctions. Every month I run a certain number because I think it's good to have that traffic moving in your shop. It brings people to look at your shop. The algorithm likes it. It can see things moving. The things that I auction are the things that have been in stock for a very long time. I start them all at 99p. I don't care what they go for. It's just stock clearance and getting stuff moving on the shop. This is an F&F lilac rainbow striped bandeau bikini, and it's sold for its starting price of 99p. You can see how much I care about it. That's the only picture I put on. It's very, very old. This is from, you can see the background in this photo. This is from when I had my photo set up in the loft. I've been in this room a year and a half. I was in the office for over a year. This has been listed for more than 3 years with that one crappy photo. Not surprising it only went for 99p, but it's now gone. And again, it's all movement on the store. Another one, this is from even before I moved into the loft. That photo background was from when I was in that bedroom. So this has probably been listed 4 years or more. It's got a question mark on there. Now that question mark is Zahir's fault. If you watch Zahir Malik, you'll know who I mean. I can't even remember what the piece of code was that he gave. He wrote us a piece of code to do something, and I cannot remember what. I can't even remember what it was meant to do. And it did work, but it also added a question mark to all of my listings. That's how long, it was probably 4 or 5 years ago. That's how long it's gone for 99p. It's just a little blue nose soft toy, and it's gone for 99p on its start price. It's taken 4 years plus to sell. Again, just the one photo. Back in the day, you could take one photo and get away with it. I don't know what happened to those days now. You have to take 12. Another one, this is the background of the loft again. This is a monsoon, sheer chocolate brown shrug. Again, the pictures are just not that great. That has sold for £3.60. It's been gradually reduced and reduced and reduced in price until it's ended up at £3.60 plus postage. Okay, all stuff moving on the shop. This is a recent purchase, but it's another fail. I bought this 2 or 3 weeks ago at the car boot sale. I paid £3 and sold it for £6. I thought, ooh, Silvac. Silvac's good. I should buy that. That's Silvac. Not all Silvac is created equal, and this is practically worthless. I must admit that looks like a chip on there, and I didn't think it was, but it looks like a paint chip. Yep, I listed it as excellent condition, but that looks like a paint chip. That's very odd. I've had good feedback, so maybe it's not a paint chip. Maybe it's a reflective... Yeah, I think it's a reflection. Look, because it changes shapes. It's a reflection of the flash. For a moment there, I thought I'd listed something as excellent that wasn't. But yeah, not worth picking up that particular... I'm not saying all Silvac not worth picking up, but that particular one, not great. And this final fail of the video... This came in filler bag, which means it cost me about 20p, 30p at the most. It's an Alfred Meekin teapot. It's quite nice. The gilt trim was a bit faded and it wasn't worth a great deal, and I listed it at £10 plus postage. Quite a lot of crazing, which I didn't notice until I got it home. You can see the crazing in this picture. No chips or cracks, but a lot of crazing. I listed it at £10 plus postage. Accepted an offer of £5.50 and had to refund in full because it got smashed to smithereens by Hermes in transit. I did not pack it well enough. These things are sent to dryers. That's it. That is my first time of filming the screen and filming myself chatting at the same time. So I hope this is going to work out well. We won't really know till the editing process. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I'm interested in your comments down below. And I'll be back soon with more of whatever it is I do here. Take care. Bye for now.